Samir, just a quick view on what you would say about the longer term investments, because I have a confession to make. My SIP is due today and I haven't put that on pause. I would think that for the long-term investor, it's not, of course, it's not something to scoff at. It's not a small cut, it's a large cut. But what would you say to the long-term investor?
So honestly, if you ask me, we've been saying this to long-term investors also for a while that, look, this is not the right time to get into the market for the simple reason that what are the returns you're going to walk away with at the end of 2-year period, right? Because valuations are stretched. So if even earnings catch up with valuations, we've always been of the opinion that your returns are going to be very low teens or even high single-digit kind of returns over a 2-year CAGR returns we're talking of, which is not something exceptional. Now, what you rightfully said, you have an SIP like you. There are tons of people in India who have these SIPs ongoing who are not going to cut them for a one-day fall in the market, which is of this proportion. And because of which the valuations of the market, which are elevated, will continue to remain at elevated levels because at some fall, let's assume the market falls another 2%, right, from here. These mutual funds, which are sitting on almost 1,40,000 crores of cash, will come in to buy into the stocks that they like and where they feel the relative correction has been good. So they will kind of continue to support the market at these higher levels. However, having said that, this correction was long overdue. We've been saying for a while that the markets are due for a correction. It's been defying all logic, defying all bad news that has come into the system. Now, finally, some amount of rationalization, but how short-lived this is going to be, I think it could be short-lived. I think you will see maybe another 2-3%, and then you'll see the markets bouncing back given the kind of money flow that is there in India.
Yeah, absolutely. Fair point. And the point that you were making of over 1 lakh crore sitting on the sidelines, just with the mutual funds, in fact, and that will be deployed as and when it's required. Let's kickstart the query segment. And quite a few of you have written in. By the way, that number that you see on your screen, if you're tuning in for the first time, that's where you send your questions. And if you've got specific questions about why this event is taking place or why the selling is taking place, don't hesitate to ask. The first question we're taking is from Vinod. He's writing in from Chennai and he's asking about 5 stocks. I will list those stocks. Samir, anything that catches your ear, perhaps you can talk about Morpen Laboratories, Jamna Auto, Balmer Lorry, ONGC and Hudco. Which of these stand out today and which of these would you buy based on the fundamentals?
So if you ask me which I would buy today, I would probably consider ONGC. I'll tell you why I'm looking at ONGC. There is a lot of talk about Iran attacking Israel, and this is probably going to happen soon. In fact, you had the US Defense Secretary saying that, look, it could happen as soon as one day. Now, if something like that happens, what you're going to see is oil prices spiking up, and that is a beneficial for ONGC. Of course, the government will take it away in some sort of way by increasing their, what is that little tax? I forget the name of the tax they call it, but they'll increase the tax on crude prices. So ONGC won't get the benefit, but at least some amount of the benefit of increased crude prices could come to ONGC. We believe the Middle East crisis is not totally over. It can escalate. So that would be one of the reasons I look at ONGC. Strong business model, strong cash flows at the end of the day. So the others, I mean, I don't cover that much. I mean, those many of them, so I don't have a view.
Yeah, that's a fair point. All right.